Adam Foote? I hope you're right. Today, what I wanted to do was go over some of the commentary made by Vancouver Canucks head coach Adam Foote on the Ray and Dregs podcast. Now, if you've been following the way the TSN crew has gone out there and produced their content, TSN's Ray and Dregs show is one of the best. It features Ray Ferraro and Darren Dreger talking about various hockey stories, getting some great guests onto the program, and then, of course, sharing what it is that they have to offer. And their latest episode ended up featuring Vancouver Canucks head coach Adam Foote. And there were some pretty interesting things that he ended up saying about Vancouver. In particular, the Quinn Hughes conversation, and what the future might actually hold for Vancouver's current captain. Yeah, I say current captain. Let's not try to tease fate in any capacity there, eh? I'm going to leave a link in the description to the YouTube video stream which featured Ray and Dregs. It's on their own YouTube channel. You know where to find it if you're already subscribed. But we're also going to go out there and read an article from tsn.ca that has some of the quotes from Adam Foote himself. Now, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's good to look at the article because the words are going to be on the screen, but this is how the conversation evolved. New Vancouver Canucks head coach Adam Foote says he has spoken to Captain Quinn Hughes about the speculation surrounding his future with the team. And he said, "We'll just let everything take care of itself," as they focus on the upcoming season. "Quinn and I spent a good couple of hours alone," Foote told Ray Ferraro and Darren Dreger on the Ray and Dregs podcast Thursday. "It was a real good talk about where he may be now or later. And for me, I honestly think he's going to be a Canuck. I think it's all blown up. I'm not sure how much he wants to play with his brothers or not, and I'm not going to get too deep into it. I said to him that I'm the type of person I think he understands me. Of course, I want him here. I'm just going to coach each day at a time." And man, Adam Foote, I hope you are right. He's going out here and saying on the show that he does think that Quinn is going to be a Canuck. Doesn't talk about the long term, but he just says in general. But you could reasonably assume what it is that he means. I just hope, at the very least, that Quinn doesn't let any of this get to his head or affect the way that he plays on the ice at the moment, because we all understand how valuable he is to the Vancouver Canucks. We all understand how impossible it would be for Vancouver to be a successful cup-contending team without Quinn Hughes. At least, not with the way the team's constructed right now. So obviously, keeping this guy beyond 2027 when his $7.8 million AAV contract expires is paramount to Vancouver's long-term planning. And depending on how this season goes, depending on how Quinn Hughes' summer negotiations next year are going to go contract-wise, it could potentially cost Patrik Allvin his job. If Quinn Hughes is in such a bad environment that he doesn't want to stay, whose fault is that going to be? Is it going to be the player's fault? Is it going to be Allvin's fault? I gave Allvin the pass for last year because nobody expected JT Miller and Elias Pettersson to fight. Nobody expected Filip Hronek and everybody else to get hurt. Patrik Allvin was kind of dealt a wild card with last season. But this year, and heading into next season as well, Vancouver had very little room to break free from those expectations. In fact, you can say that Patrik Allvin was in an even more unfortunate spot nowadays because no teams were going out there and sending out centers on the trade market. No top-tier centers were available in free agency. Vancouver tried super hard to get Christian Dvorak, but that didn't work. Patrik Allvin tried. He just couldn't get it done. Lack of trying? No, absolutely not. But now, when you think about the Quinn Hughes situation, this all of a sudden becomes a deal where it's like, even though Allvin may not be at fault, even though it's not necessarily anybody's fault that Quinn decides to leave aside the players not showing up, I will totally understand that. In fact, I'd even guess that if Quinn Hughes decides to leave due to the team being subpar, Patrik Allvin probably will get that boot. Whether or not he deserves it, that's your prerogative. But Adam Foote's going out there and saying it. He does believe, based off of his conversations with Quinn, that Quinn is going to be a Canuck, and he's going to continue to play. I see him here now. I see him here for these 2 years. I see him here in the future. And if we do what we can do, and he buys into the process and he's having fun, we're winning some hockey games, we'll just let everything take care of itself. Now that does bleed into a lot of the other Vancouver Canucks discourse we have seen throughout most of the summer. It's all going to boil down to the ifs. If Filip Chytil can be a top center, if Elias Pettersson can be a top center, if Evander Kane can score the goals that he should, if Brock Besser can get back to form, if Thatcher Demko can stay healthy, if these younger guys like Mancini, Villander, Elias Pettersson provide extreme value for their dollar amounts. If. It's going to be all of these things, because none of these things are guaranteed. We don't know if Demko is going to stay healthy. We don't know if Pettersson's going to bounce back to 100 points. We don't know if Chytil's going to be that good. Sure, we can be optimistic about it, but we don't know for sure. I'd say the only thing that we know for absolute sure certainty is that Quinn Hughes is going to be a level above everybody else that he plays on the ice with at the National Hockey League level, unless they're playing Colorado or Edmonton or even Toronto. Quinn Hughes is that good, and he's like the only guarantee heading into this upcoming year. Everything else is an if. And Adam Foote's going out there saying the same thing. If the Vancouver Canucks are able to let that shine, and if Quinn Hughes buys into it, then he'll stay. Which, of course, I think is what everybody else thought, but now that Foote's being confident about it, I think that gives reason for Vancouver Canucks fans to also start thinking about the positive side as well. Everybody's been talking about Quinn Hughes wanting to leave and go over to play with his brothers. I mean, this article on tsn.ca dives into a lot of the talking points there. Jack's saying that he'd love to play with Quinn. For Adam Foote, though, he says here the speculation surrounding the players extends well beyond what Rutherford and the Hughes bros have said. There's a lot of noise, unnecessary noise, but I guess it's projected as well from people saying, why wouldn't they do it? Even at camp, where he comes from the summer to now as a captain, with the world of social media, they have to do those things. Go to Vegas and be involved more with the media. Quinn Hughes is still learning as a captain, what it takes to be a captain. You've got to be there for your teammates. You've got to answer those tough questions. You've got to face the media. You've got to sell the game. Now, camp's been a few days over a week, and he's starting to feel comfortable, getting his legs, and he's liking what we're doing on the ice. He's having fun. Boy, oh boy. Adam Foote, I hope you're right. I hope Quinn Hughes is having fun, and he's having a good time, and he's feeling all hunky-dory swell about the way the season is going to go, because if Vancouver disappoints, then, yeah, we might actually be on the hands of panicking in Vancouver Canucks land. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How do you take the comments that Adam Foote made here in regards to Quinn Hughes and his situation, his contract conundrum that we're all talking about over here? Do you think there is a higher likelihood now that Quinn Hughes sticks around for 27 and beyond compared to, let's just say, a few months ago? How are you feeling today compared to back then? Are things changing as the preseason, comes and goes? Or are you still as wary as ever, paying attention mostly to the team results in the regular season to conclude whether or not Quinn is going to stay or go? Do you think there is more than meets the eye here? If you enjoyed this video at any point, please feel free to click the like button. If you did not, then hey, the dislike button is there for you too. Comments help out the algorithm, so I appreciate that very much. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Adam Foote's comments on Quinn Hughes and his situation. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sign on, and bye.